guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I am Eileen from Makeup Eileen. If you're already subscribed to this channel, welcome back guys. So for today's video, we're doing our Friday, keeping up with our series on this channel, Friday Makeup Revisit, and I have this collection over here. I cannot pronounce the name. I will put a little insert over here of the name. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it because I'm going to make a fool out of myself. And we have a little eyeshadow palette that looks like this, a very neutral basic eyeshadow palette. And then we have a little contour, brightening and bronzing palette over here. You can see I loved this palette a lot and I thought it would be fun to revisit it, seeing that I have so much more makeup, and see how I like this palette now, especially this eyeshadow palette. It's got 3 shimmers and 3 neutral like matte shades, so it's not the easiest palette to work with to create a very vibrant or awesome look, but it is definitely a nice neutral tone palette. So let's jump right into this video. Okay, first we're going to put some more color back in the face. I have my brows on. I have cream contour and concealer and foundation and everything like that, and I've set it with powder. So let's bring some more color back into our face and grab this shade that I've hit pan on over here and contour the skin a little bit more. I used to really enjoy this contouring palette, but I am a little bit more tan than normal, so, and it's a very light, like very light cool tone colors. So let's hope we can get something out of it. If I'm not mistaken, I think the highlight's a bit dark for me, but we'll just work with it. And then put some brightening powder under, or lightening powder under the eye. Still got a nice subtle contour. It's nothing too crazy, not too dark. The color is definitely boldable, so at least we can bold it up if we need to, but it's looking pretty right now. Our saving grace could have been the cream contour under the powder. It's just giving a little bit of extra color, but it's still very pretty. And this palette's very pigmented, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually a very luxe brand, like luxurious brand. Now let's grab a nose brush, and I'm just going to mix the 2 contour shades together to do a bit of sculpting on the nose. That. Make sure our nose is nice and snatched. We don't want a big nose. I'm just going to grab the powder puff and I'm going to go into this brightening, lightening shade over here, and I'm just going to put it under the eye. Just give it a little bit of a brightening effect. Just brighten up this under eye area a little bit. A little bit down the bridge of the nose, between the brows. I'm going to take a little bit and put it under the contour just to clean up the edges, make it a little bit more sharper. And then I'm going to dust it away straight away, because even though I'm oily, I don't want to look, I have some texture under my eyes and I don't want to look super old and wrinkly under the eye area, which is what happens if you bake it and you have textured skin. It's okay to bake if you super oily and you want to get like set your foundation, but if you've got some texture, just be mindful that like on the underneath area, if you bake it for a long period of time, you're going to bring that texture through your skin. Okay, I'm just going to give my face a light spritz of setting spray. And then I'm going to grab my highlighting brush and I'm going to grab this highlight shade over here. We're just going to highlight the face with it and pray it doesn't look too crazy. I'm not going to go too heavy. I'm going to give it a subtle little highlight. And I'm just going to highlight the cheekbones and the cupid's bow. I'm not going to go on the forehead or anything like that. I don't want to be super glowy today. I'm just going to take my beauty sponge and just tap in that setting spray so the skin stays nice and set. Really like tapping in the setting spray. It seems to make your makeup last a lot longer than just spraying it on the face and leaving it to dry. Okay, now let's get into the eyes. It's a very cute little eyeshadow palette and I'm going to go into this creamy white shade and I'm going to set my eye primer with it basically. I'm going to grab a big fluffy blending brush and just work that all over the eye. Just like that, just to give some coverage on the eye and brighten the eye up. Just like that, and then I'm done. And we're going to grab this dark brown shade and I'm going to go very lightly. Grab a crease brush. I'm just going to lightly dip into the pan like that, so I don't want to get too much pigment straight away, and then just lightly blend that above the crease. So just build it gently because we don't want it to be too insane straight away, because there's only 3 mats, so we're going to make it work. Just like that, just so that we have a nice little transition shade. So we're just going to do the same thing over here. Okay, now we're going to go in with a more precise crease brush, a smaller. Where is it? Yeah. And we're just going to go into this color now, tap off the excess and deepen up the crease. Like in the eye socket. You scooch my mirror a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. That. nice little contour basically in the crease. Do the side. Just make sure your colors are blended into each other so we don't have any super harsh lines. Okay, let's grab a little flat brush and we're going to grab this black shade over here. I'm going to tap it in the outer lid area, just like that. It's a very pigmented black. We're just going to place it down where we kind of want the darkest of the color to be, and then we're going to blend it out. Like that, and we're going to grab our little crease brush and we're just going to blend, diffuse that color a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to go into this nice shimmer shade over here. It looks like that. And we're going to put that in the middle part of the eyes, eyelid. Let's grab a little brush. It's almost like an antique gold shade. Let's get that with some setting spray and pop that in the middle. Blend it into your dark shade. It's a very pretty, like not a shimmer, like a metallic. Let's put it like that. Let's do the other. Just like that, and let's grab another little brush and we're going to go into this like rose gold color over here, and we're going to put that in the inner corner and what's left of the eyelid. Just to brighten up the eyes. That. This palette's really pretty. The colors are very pigmented and they work nicely together. It's a pity it doesn't have more shades in the matte colors, but I suppose you could use your contour shades to put in the crease. I didn't even think of that. Just like that. Okay, now we're just going to grab a little smudging brush. I just want to dust any fallout. It looks like I got a few black speckles from the darker shade falling out, so just make sure they're all gone. And grab a pallette. blending brush for under the eye, and we're just going to grab that brown shade over here, and we're just going to gently work it under the lower lash line. I don't want to make it too dark. Just like that, just so we've got some colour underneath. And that's that. I'm just going to pop on some mascara, and we'll be back with my final thoughts on revisiting these two guys. Okay, you guys, I've just put on some mascara, and I must say these palettes really work well together. I got it in like a little Christmas gift. It came with a brush and 2 brushes and the 2 palettes together. This contour palette, I can see why I was obsessed with it and ended up getting pan. It's very pretty, as well as the highlighter. I've never really used the highlighter. I thought it would be too dark, but obviously that I'm a little bit more tanned, it's working pretty well for me. The brightening powder definitely lightens up your under eye, and you can highlight anything on your face you would like to highlight. So the contour palette's really gorgeous. And then this little eyeshadow palette is very, very cute. The pigments of the colors are very pigmented, so you're just gonna have to be very careful because you have 2 very dark shades and then a light shade. So you just need to be a little bit careful when using it, that you don't get too much pigment or color on your brush straight away and go in, because it could look like a hot mess. But the shimmers are gorgeous and everything blends like butter. And that's that for this video. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and you have a super weekend. And yeah, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this video, I'd appreciate it if you just give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.